Welcome back. Well, amid the growing climate crisis, environmental advocacy and action now appear critical in stressing the need to invest in the planet. We are, of course, observing Earth Day today. The city of Cape Town's launching what they call the My Clean Green Home exhibit. It's a full-sized net zero carbon home. Gives you a chance to walk through and experience a sustainable way of living. Newzroom Afrika reporter Nasiphi Same joins us now with some of the details. Nasiphi, good afternoon to you. How different is this home from a normal home?
Well, Stephen, fortunately for me, I have someone from the city of Cape Town that will be able to answer that question. But, you know, we are indeed celebrating World Earth Day that, sees millions of people not only observing this day, but also playing a part or playing their role in reducing carbon emission and also raising awareness of other environmental issues. But to talk to us more about this green home, I am joined here by Mary from the city of Cape Town. Mary, thank you so much for your time. But how different is this home from any other house in Cape Town?
Hi, so we're standing here in My Clean Green Home, and it is Cape Town's first net zero carbon building. And what that means is that all the energy needed to run this building comes from solar power, and there is no carbon emissions associated with the operations of this building. The building also really looks at materials and water conservation and just the way people live to demonstrate how we can all live more sustainably.
You know, when they think about living sustainably, they think solar panels and they think, I need to dig deep in my pocket. How can someone who obviously has a very limited budget, continue on this track?
Well, what's great about this space is through the design competition that we held through the Future Energy Festival, we had a number of design teams really coming to grips with what it means to design a small, compact, relatively inexpensive net zero carbon home. And throughout this space, people are invited to come in, have a look, and see the different behavior changes, the different technologies, and the different design elements that come into play. So you can have super low cost or no cost options, simple things like turning off light switches, simple things like orientating your building to the north so that you have the warm winter sun coming into the spaces that really need it, and you can shade your building. All of those things are really low cost. And then you can sort of build up and look at other interventions like insulation, which is also really important and makes your home much more comfortable, and you reduce the cost of heating and cooling your space. And then as you want to spend more money, you can certainly go to the more high-tech technologies like solar PV, and even those technologies are really coming down in price, and we're seeing a big uptake in those technologies around South Africa.
There's quite an interesting mural outside. Talk to us about that, about the people that are coming into this park in Greenpoint, what role they can play in regards to not only World Earth Day, but continuing in low carbon emission and taking, or rather being more conscious about climate change as well in their contribution.
So I think Earth Day is really an opportunity to remind us every year of the role that we play in reducing carbon emissions, in reducing our own carbon footprint, and that each of our small actions, even though they might feel very insignificant, together as a collective we can really make a big difference. And I think Cape Townians really learned that during the drought a few years ago, where we each had a role to play in the bigger picture. So the mural outside that you mentioned, it's 2 footprints, and we're inviting members of the public to come to Greenpoint Park with their clean plastic waste to pop it into those footprints, and we can see the footprints grow. And each time you add something, it's a demonstration of your own commitment to the things in your lives you can change. Whether it's something like deciding to take reusable shopping bags to the shops, whether it's about choosing a local product versus an imported product, whether it's about changing your light fittings to be low energy light fittings. These are all changes we can make in our own lives now that have a big impact on climate change.
That is Mary there from the city of Cape Town talking to us everything about World Earth Day, including the home that we're standing at in regards to this exhibition, that it is open to the public and on weekends as well to the children. There's fun activities to educate them more about the role they can play. And we have been hearing a lot of talk about sustainable living, including sustainable fashion. So it seems like that is a direction that, the country, rather the globe, is moving towards in regards to reducing, rather, their carbon emissions.
Nasiphi Same, thanks very much indeed. Do appreciate it. It's fascinating to see how things are changing. Just the way that we live is changing. We live more on World Earth Day, Health Day, same thing. More on World Earth Day as we go through the afternoon.